The airlines will never tell you this, but there are 3 hours in every day where you have the best chance of taking off on time.
That is fact. Just one of the 5 things the airlines don't want us to know. CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg is here to reveal all of them. We love these 5 things we're not supposed to know segments. So number 1 here is that the airlines can actually kick us off a plane at will.
It's in their contract of carriage that if you don't dress properly, let's get to a definition of that, or you smell, they can throw you off the plane. And it's actually written into their contract about offensive bodily odor and dress code. Now, what's the dress code? Because every airline enforces it differently, you know? Some airlines, you come on with a pair of flip-flops and a photograph of what you used to wear, they let you on the plane.
Yes. When I was growing up, you had to dress up for the airlines. That's no longer the case.
Right.
The big thing is turning off your electronic devices. Does it or does it not interfere?
Well, that's number 2. The point is it does not, and the reason I know this is because not only have the FAA done it for 25 years, the research that tells you that none of these personal electronic devices affect any of the avionics in the cockpit, but the FAA has now recently allowed American Airlines and Delta Airlines pilots to use their own iPads in the cockpit at distances of, what, 3 feet away from the equipment? That tells you everything you need to know. Now, having said that, the rules are still the rules, and Alec Baldwin notwithstanding, if they tell you to turn it off, turn it off.
You don't want to really be the one to test that.
No, but the point is, you shouldn't be worried that your BlackBerry's going to crash the plane.
Okay, best time to fly between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Yeah, see, airlines want to be competitive on schedule. They're not being competitive on reality. Let's talk about this. A runway in best weather, the best weather conditions possible, can only accommodate 30 takeoffs an hour if you allow for 2 minutes of separation between takeoffs. Why are the airlines then allowed to schedule 44 departures at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
If you're on that 44th departure, bring a copy of War and Peace, you'll be reading it. So the bottom line is, either go out at 6 o'clock in the morning or between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. because most airports in the United States, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., you can go bowling on the runway.
It's the traffic. See, I always thought it was the weather delays, which is frustrating when you're traveling and it's good weather there and good weather there and you're still delayed.
It's not weather because a little Captain Skippy plane, those little commuter planes, take up as much radar space and gate space as a 747. And when you have 44 planes scheduled at 8 o'clock in the morning, good luck.
And now the new thing, Peter, is preferred seats, which is frustrating to me because preferred seats used to be stuff we get for free, and now they're preferred seats, which means means what, and not always worth the price.
Well, the airlines are trying to generate revenue for everything, and now they're trying to sell you seats where you can board the plane earlier and fill up the overhead bins faster. They're actually advertising that, right? You get to the bins faster. Okay. A preferred seat, by the airline's definition, is any seat that's closer to first class. You know what that means? You can smell the cookies, but you still can't have one. And the biggest problem with those preferred seats is the center seats are being advertised as preferred seats.
A middle seat is preferred with no extra legroom?
No, a middle seat that's closer to first class is actually a premium seat. I don't think so.
I am not paying extra for that one. Finally, you say we should never rely on the departure board at the airport. Are you saying they're not giving us correct information?
The definition of the airlines of the words on time means scheduled to leave on time. Well, guess what? That's never happened. The point is, it's never happened. Departure boards have not told the truth for 50 years.
Well, that's good to know.
When you get to the airport, the first thing you do is go ahead and look at the departure board just to see the gate you're supposed to leave from. Then pay attention to nothing else in the departure. Then look at the arrivals board and see what's coming into that gate. If there's nothing coming into that gate till next Tuesday, why would you go to that gate?
It's always frustrating to check in at the counter and you're on time and you get to the gate and it's delayed 2 hours.
You know what it is? It gets down to something called the tail number of the airplane.
We got to go, Peter.
Oh, you want to be on time?
Yes. Segment.
Oh, my God.
We'll be back.
We want to be on time, yes.